Welcome to Tabletops as Video Games, a series where I talk about what it would be like if board games or card games were turned into video games. And I'm not just talking about video game adaptations like Uno or Catan, but what it would be like if you took the concept of the turn-based tabletop game and turned it into a real-time video game. And for this episode, I'll be talking about Boss Monster. If you're not familiar with Boss Monster, it's a game where you play as a boss monster and you build a dungeon for heroes to explore. And each hero has a class, and every class has a specific type of treasure that they're interested in. So you want to build your dungeon to be enticing enough for those heroes to venture into it, but you also want to make sure that your traps and monsters that you set deal enough damage to kill them before they get to your boss monster. Because if they get to your boss monster, then they'll deal damage to you, and if they do enough damage to you, then you're out of the game. It's a fairly simple card game. Every turn, you add one room to your dungeon or modify an existing room. And then you check what heroes are in the town waiting to go on adventures, and then see what treasures they're interested in. Look at everyone's dungeon. Whoever has the most of a specific type that a hero is looking for is where that hero will go. So as a video game, this would still kind of be played in phases. There would be like a build phase where you would see what heroes are in the town, and then you'd have an opportunity to add and modify rooms of your dungeon to entice those heroes to enter your dungeon and try to get to your boss monster. But as a video game, if one or more heroes make it to your boss monster, then you could play as your boss monster. And then it would actually be a little fight between you and however many heroes make it to there, instead of you just immediately taking damage. This is another really simple tabletop game that would be a really simple video game. Not too much to talk about. Although there are expansions that add interesting things to the game, like giving heroes items to essentially give them abilities. But yeah, other than that, it's a very simple concept. Not much to talk about. So instead of just drawing cards to build rooms, there could be a universal currency that's used as the treasure. So everybody starts with the same amount of treasures, and then you use that to buy rooms for the dungeon. And then when it comes time for heroes to enter the dungeons, because there's only one type of treasure, the heroes would get divided based on who has more treasure. So like if there's 3 players and 10 heroes in the town, then like maybe like 5 would go explore the dungeon that has the most treasures, and then 3 would go the next, and then 2 would go the last one, something like that. And then you would also spend treasures to hire maintenance, like how you hire staff in Roller Coaster Tycoon. So you might need like engineers to repair traps because they break down, and then you might also need to hire trainers to train the monsters that you put in your dungeon, where they might just like run away or just sit there and not even attack heroes when they come in. And then when heroes die in your dungeon, they drop treasure. So that's how you like would regain the resources that you used. It would be cool though to see the heroes going through the dungeons in real time and avoiding the traps or like fighting the little monsters that they encounter. Seeing everything happen rather than just moving them across the board and being like, oh, this is how much damage they take, this is how much damage they take. Actually, like, see it play out would be interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching.